Hey everyone, Ken here with Ken's Creations and
Sean Salutations.
product reviews. I'm not sure I will ever get used to that name, and I'm not sure it will be that name. It's still Ken's Creations. And what are you, a jack-in-the-box?
Yeah, you know, pop in.
All right. Well, we're here to take a look at the new Brother ScanNCut2. About a year ago, I did a video on the Brother ScanNCut and my thoughts on that machine. Now, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with the machine and the results I got, but I wanted to see if they made updates and upgrades to the ScanNCut2 and see if maybe my mind could be convinced that this machine is worth the investment for our craft rooms. So let's see what you get in the box. We'll see what the machine's all about, and we'll see if it does a better job than its predecessor, the ScanNCut 1. So let's go and take a look at the review.
Can I edit it first?
What do you mean you want to edit it?
I want to shoot and edit it. Voiceovers the whole bit.
You just started with Ken's Creations, and this is a big one. I mean, this is a machine. You have to, you're going to have to show the scanning, the editing, the screen. It's not just a simple video. This is a big one, Sean.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll play it. I'll do it. And if everybody likes it, let me know.
And if they don't like it, can I fire you?
Sure.
You guys heard it. All right, so let's take a look. Sean's first video, and tell us what you think. Let's see what exactly the Brother ScanNCut 2 can do.
Let's find out what's in the box of the Brother ScanNCut 2. You get ScanNCut 2 machine that is both standalone or can be used online with Canvas. You also get a pouch with the stylus, spatula, and blade, a black and red pen with holder for the drawing mode, one ScanNCut mat, AC power adapter, rhinestone trial kit, and activation code for ScanNCut Canvas. Included is the operations manual, quick reference guide, CD, warranty info, Wi-Fi setup, and accessories page. Now, let's do a tour of the machine. In the back is where you'll find the AC power plug-in. On the opposite side, you'll find the USB flash drive slot and the USB port for the computer. On top is the operations panel where you find the power, home, and settings button, and the feed button and start-stop button. And of course, the 30% bigger touch LCD panel. On the bottom you have lifting handles, a variable depth blade which you set in the blade carriage and holder and press the holder lock lever. Next is the machine setup. By pressing the settings button you'll find where you can change the language, units in millimeters or inches, cutting area on the mat, background image to be dark, light or off, cut speed, cut pressure, draw speed, and draw pressure, auto shutdown timer, buzzer sound on or off, seam allowance when cutting quilting pieces, and finally pattern interval for spacing between patterns, opening screen that can be turned on or off, and the scanning position adjustment. Next page has the machine's serial number, what version of software, and more machine information page. Page 6 is where you can set up your wireless network, which we'll do in a moment. The ScanNCut online registration for online access. Now let's set up the Wi-Fi for online. Press the setting button and use the down arrow key to get to page 6. Click on the Tools button to access the network setup. Make sure the Wi-Fi LAN is turned on. Select the Setup Wizard icon. It is now searching for an available Wi-Fi. Look for your SSID. Once you see it, select it and press OK. Input your password. Once done, click Yes. If you get this screen, you will need to get a ScanNCut activation card. Once you have it, continue with the setup guide. Let's take a look at patterns. There are over 600 patterns already loaded onto the Brother ScanNCut 2. First off, under the cutting patterns, you'll find 10 pages of different shape patterns. Next is the cutting advanced patterns. You will find subcategory patterns. These patterns are multi-layered. This allows you to cut each layer. Let's take a look at one of the patterns. Here's the Santa Claus. You will find that you can edit the size of the pattern. Click OK and you can see the different layers. Let's go back and look briefly at the sentiments. There are 13 pages of different types of sentiments. Next are borders. As you can see, there are 11 pages of different borders already preloaded on the Brother ScanNCut2. There are 7 preloaded different types of fonts. And finally, there is a quilting pattern page. There are 5 subcategories and then multiple pages under each one. Let's edit pattern cutting. We select a pattern. You will see that you can edit the height, width, and the number of the pattern for multiple cutting. You can change the dimensions by pressing the minus or plus buttons. You can select the aspect ratio button and unlock the height and width. Next button is the rotation button. This allows you to rotate your pattern either by 1 degree, 10 degree, or 90 degrees. You can see what degree you are at the top of the screen. Next one is the mirroring button. Let's choose another shape so you can see the mirroring effect. Now the last button is the seam allowance when you are cutting for quilting pieces. We will add the same shape by pressing the plus next to the number. Once done, you can hit OK, either draw or cut. Now let's show you how to use the layout editing functions. We'll pick the shapes icon and choose a shape and press set. Select the add button and choose another pattern shape. Press it again to place it on the layout page. Now add one more pattern. Press set and we're done. Press the far left upper button, which is the editing button. This will allow you to edit, move, or delete the pattern. The arrow button allows you to choose which pattern to edit, or you can just tap on the pattern you want to edit. The next button is the auto layout. The first button, rearranging by rotating patterns to any angle to save space. The second button, rearranging by rotating patterns 0 or 100 degrees. The third button, rearranging without rotating patterns. Once done editing, press OK and you can either draw or cut. And lastly, you can select a pattern and select the garbage can icon to delete it. Once deleted, you can go back and choose another pattern. We can edit it by going to the edit icon and choose the 4 arrow key, which is the moving button. This allows you to move your pattern. You can zoom into the layout by pressing the magnifying glass with the plus symbol. This zooms it in by 200%. Press it again and you get 400% zoom. This way you can move your pattern as close as you can to save space. Hit OK, or you can hit the undo icon to undo the previous operation. You can do this up to 10 times. You can select multiple patterns at one time with the 3 red box icon. This allows you to edit all of them at one time by moving, sizing, deleting, or weld them together. You can weld patterns together for a whole different look. For an example, I chose 2 different sized hearts. Select the edit icon and you'll see a heart is already selected. I'm going to zoom in to make sure I move it to where I want it to be. Tap the OK button, then tap the multi-pattern edit key, then tap the selection all icon. Then tap on the welding icon, tap the OK key, and you are done. You can either draw or cut. It's time to see how to use the fonts. Select a font and type. I'll do Ken and Sean. Tap OK. You'll see that it puts it in on a layout format that shows how wide it is. You can of course edit the font by tapping on the arrow keys to adjust the size or spacing of the characters. We can edit the fonts some more by selecting the edit key. This will select all of the fonts and now you can delete it, move it. This will allow to edit size, rotation, and mirroring. Of course, this will allow you to cut font on vinyl. Now I want to show you how to scan a background image. Let's choose a pattern and size it. Now we can scan it by tapping on the scan icon. This is useful when cutting out patterns from material with a design on it. By arranging the pattern on the screen in the desired patterned area of the material, cutouts with a specific design can be created. Once scanned, you can see the background and the pattern to be cut. Select the editing icon. I zoomed in and positioned my pattern to the desired background. Tap OK and get to the cutting page and tap Cut. As you can see, once I weed it, the pattern was cut beautifully with the background. Let's look at the recognition mode first with the Greyscale mode. If the color mode is selected, tap on the tool key to change it. The cutting data is created after the illustration is converted to Greyscale. Scanning in Greyscale mode is most appropriate for illustrations with clear outlines or distinct brightness differences. Processing is faster in this mode compared to the color mode. This is one of the best ways to cut out stamps. When the scanning is done, tap OK. You can then frame your images. You can cut your images on the scanned black line, or if desired, you can choose the outline distance key. Use this function to cut while adding a margin around the pattern or stamp. You can also choose the outline and framing icon. This shape can be specified as the cutting line for the scanned image. Once you are done, tap OK and you can draw or cut. We'll be cutting this one. Unload your mat, do your weeding, and as you can see, these turned out beautifully. Time to do the color mode. If you're in the gray mode, change it to color. Here we are going to scan a colored image. Once it is done, frame the image, click the OK icon. I zoomed in so I can see how well the scan was. I can see not all of the vehicles were scanned. I increased the number of colors to see if that would help. It did, but not quite. Many Brother ScanNCut users say to move your image to a different place on the mat. So I'm going to do this. Rescan it and then frame your image. Zoom in, check your scan. Not quite there, but close. Increase the number of color. Check again. There we go, much better. Now we can cut it. Unload the mat and weed it. Let's take a look on how well we did. Oh, that's very good. And finally, how to do scan to cut data of an image to save it for later. Find an image to scan and scan it. Remember, you can use Greyscale or color mode. Once scanned, frame the image. You could choose outline detection, but this one is region detection. Select this option to detect the colored portions of an image as regions and create a cutting line around each region. Cutouts can be created using thick hand-drawn lines, such as border lines or images of text illustrations. This option allows you to use not only cutout patterns, but the material from which portions are cut out, such as lace. I'm going to choose the outline key. Now click the Save key and you'll now have the choice to save your image to the scanner, a USB flash drive, or to your computer. If you are connected to the Wi-Fi, you can also save it to Canvas. It will save as a number. Now to retrieve your scanned data, go to the Saved Data. Again, you can retrieve it from the scanner, a USB flash drive, or your computer. Mine is on the scanner. Tap the image you need and it will show up on the layout page. At this time, you can edit, either move it, size it. You can add images, shapes, sentiments, fonts, etc. You can even scan a background. Once you are done, either you can draw it or cut it.
So, how'd I do?
Alright, I mean, there were a few errors, but really, who's counting?
Well, how about your final thoughts?
My final thoughts?
Yeah.
This is your review, buddy. You wanted full control, so have at it.
Alright. Well, I hope you like Sean's salutations.
Ken's Kreations.
Sean's first review. Anyway, there you have it. The Brother ScanNCut2. According to what we read on the internet, the Brother ScanNCut2 is developed with the advanced cutting-edge technology that Brother is known for. ScanNCut2 is truly an incredible innovation in electronic cutting machines, giving artists the freedom to make truly unique, one-of-a-kind creations with the push of a button. Take your crafting to a whole new level. Unlike other cutting machines, the Brother ScanNCut2 allows you to scan virtually anything, from your handmade drawings, cherished family photos, home decor designs, and more. And then create custom cut shapes or outlines to fit your unique project. The Brother ScanNCut2 machine features a high quality built-in 300 dpi scanner that now scans in RGB, the ability to read SVG files, and over 600 built-in designs.
Yeah, but what is your final thoughts? Did you even use the machine to give an unbiased opinion?
Well, for the pros, the Brother ScanNCut2 does very well scanning stamps, the ability to cut them, the ability to scan backgrounds and cut out different shapes using them is very good. The new larger screen is very nice as well. It's like 30% bigger. For some of the cons, I did have some problems scanning and being able to see the lines. You either had to increase the colors or even have to move the image so it could detect the lines or even the difference in colors. The machine itself is a bit noisy too.
So are you done? I can finally do my thing? Or do you want to do the social media stuff?
I can do this. You want me to do the social media?
Do you know it all?
No, I think I better let you do it.
Oh, great.
Okay.
So I can have control of this part?
Yes, you can.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, don't forget to subscribe over here to Ken's Kreations and maybe Sean's Salutations YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our future YouTube videos. Also, don't forget to click over here to see all of my social media platforms. If you liked our channel and would like to donate or make any kind of rewards, check out our Patreon page by clicking here. Also, check out some of our past reviews down below. There's 3 videos that you just might like. That's kind of a cool new ending, Sean. What do you think?
I love it.
Well, you'll never know who did it. Maybe I did it, maybe Sean. Not sure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed Sean's first review. Let us know how you guys thought he did. And what did you think? Did you enjoy it, Sean?
I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do more of them.
We'll see.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. And don't forget, go out there and
Create something magical. Bye.
Bye.